And we are live here, Uselink here on the 9th of October, 2023 it is. Damn, time goes by fast this year. We are going to look into the Australian uranium miners to see where we are. Not much has happened since, but we will go through them rather quickly this time around. Overall, it still looks good. Again, we're in the first pullback after we made a higher high for most of them, at least. But let's see where we are in time. As always, follow, subscribe, and all that good stuff. One thing I would like a request from you guys in the comment section. Do you like the pace of the videos? Do I go into too little detail or too much, or is it a fine balance? Because I really want to get the right mix, if you can say so, between information and your time. So let me know in the comments below. Would really appreciate you just to spend 1 minute of your time to write a quick comment there. It would be very nice of you. Already. Let's go. 9-2E again. Nothing is happening at the moment. We still can't clear that one here. So what do? You do nothing. It is that simple. You wait for the break here or down here, whatever. I think it will come some point in time. One thing that worries me a bit is that we have had this start of the leg 3 up in uranium, or wave 3, and this one hasn't joined the party yet. That's a bit of a small concern. But again, I do think that this will just be a lag, and then it will join the party. But again, just keep that in mind. AEE, still, you can see here, what are we fighting? We are fighting the long-term neckline here, the blue, and this level here at roughly 0.36. That's what we're waiting for. At the moment, you do not buy. You don't sell either. If you have a position, great. You don't sell. Again, we are waiting for that break. And when we break that level, it is game on for this stock, basically. And where could I see we're going? A lot higher, I would say. We are currently at, roughly 0.36. And if we were to go all the way up to the orange trend line here, which could make sense from this formation here, then we are roughly at 2. Again, let's see what happens when we get there. We need to break this one first. Until then, it's nothing you want to buy into right now if you don't have a position. Okay, H here again. This is just beautiful. That's the squeeze, First breakout here, many 2 new higher highs. We are looking for a higher low here at some point in time. 30 weekly coming up. Yeah, nothing to do really, but if you go to the daily, maybe we can see some formations. Right now, the level to watch is 0.048. As you can see, if you go to the weekly, we have some big support here, over there, here, and some here as well. And now hopefully we find support here and we bounce higher. But yeah, let's see. We don't have much buying right now. And I think, we have the 30 weekly coming up here for the first time since, last time it started to curl up was here. And you can see here some similar-ish things. Big spike here and a pause. Big spike here, then we have a pause, I guess, and then we go higher. So we are trending higher, and that's what we see here as well. So for now, the trend is up. We are in a stage 2 incline for alligator, and the first pullback is often the ones that gets bought the most. Beautiful. Bannerman, look at Benny. Where are we? Where do we want to look at? We want to look at it right here again. Same thing again, major breakout here. We flagged just below that golden trend line there, and we just popped massively to the upside. Came into a lot of resistance here, and we pulled back a bit. I do think we're going for a bit further down to the downside. Again, we're finding, you can see a bounce here. You can see that we are breaking this green uptrend support. Again, short term, maybe some downside. Again, long term, the chart is fantastic. And we are at least going to the triangle high here at 4.3. And, this is I want to show you. Again, I'm doing this somewhat quickly. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move. This is a flat pole. That's a flag. You have a measured move. You can do that yourself. Again, that's the ultimate target for this move. That's way up, way higher than we are today. Again, we will look at those possible targets when and if we get closer and we see the momentum. But for now, we're just focusing here on a higher high, and then we will probably see that higher low here closer down to the 30 weekly. Totally fine, totally normal price behavior. Stunningly. Deep yellow, I want to zoom out here a bit to show you. That's a big break of a 15-year long trend line. We popped it here, came into resistance at the triangle high here, or the flag high there. Totally normal. What we're waiting for, we're waiting for a break here to really get things going. We could go for one major retest down here, just a tad below 1.0. 30 weekly is coming up here, so I think we will find a bottom for this higher low in that range here. And yeah, once we break that 1.4, give or take high here, it's game on for deep yellow. It really is. But for now, patience. You know, nothing goes in a straight line, so it's just stair stepping higher. You can see it here, right? Same thing, stair stepping higher. So same thing on the downside. You know, you have the steps down as well. So it is really the same. Weekly chart here for. Just gonna go delete those beautiful doodles. Same here for Boss Energy. This is the all-time high back in 2007. And we broke that a few weeks ago after we were in this major long-term bull flag breakout retest. And now I assume that we're going down to retest that previous 2007 high at roughly $4. And that should be where we see a bounce. 30 weekly is coming up quite sharply. That's somewhat nice to see. And yeah, looks fantastic. But I would not be a buyer here. You have still somewhat stretched from that 30 weekly. And as you can see, as soon as we start to make some gaps below that 30 weekly, you start to see pullbacks. Let me zoom out here to give a bit of better view. So when you start to see gaps, you know, then you start to notice the pullbacks, and I think we will have the same again. We will pull down here into roughly 4. That's my take, and that's hopefully we will flag into it like this, and then the 30 weekly comes up there, and then we boom, rocket higher. Nothing to worry about for Boss Energy. Give it time. Give it time. As mentioned in the previous video, the hard work is over. The past 18 months is over, where we had to digest a lot of selling, a lot of people got nervous and so on, but that is past us. And yeah, elevate, we want to do like this. This is the formation. 2020 lows. This is the high. This is the level to look for, 0.8. Let's call it. Let's round it up 0.8. This was the squeeze that many of the stocks were in. Breakout, and now we're sitting here at the green support. You can see support all the way across here, and the high here. And let's see what happens. Again, the 30 weekly is coming up nicely. So overall, as you can see, a upsloping 30 weekly after a major breakout is a long-term uptrend that is continuing to the upside. So the path, or we have more tailwind than headwind right now for the miners. Again, nothing goes in a straight line. So we will probably see again, this is the higher low with these two, with that one, excuse me, and we'll probably make that higher high and a higher low now. That is my take. Lotus Energy. I want to zoom out here because this chart is actually a bit more explosive compared to the others. I think the others might have some bit more pullbacks, but this one could be very explosive if we take out that white horizontal 0.3. Here we have a one long-term golden trend line, and this was the big one, you know, back in the day when we broke back in May 2021. That was a big breakout level, breakout retest into a large bull flag. So if we can take out that bull flag here and that horizontal $0.3 level, this one has a lot of upside, and I think we will reach the upper side of that channel right here at some point in time, which is a lot higher than where we are today. OKR, Okopy, whatever you want to pronounce it. Getting down to our 30 weekly, we really want to see us finding that bottom right around here. I guess if you go to the nominal scale, you have a better view. It's a bit more down again. Sometimes you can find the bottom there, but anyways, you can see here we did have a false breakdown here, massive shoot to the upside, which is what you want to be looking for when you have the false breakdown. And then you want to buy the first pullback into the 30 weekly and also the golden trend line. But right now we're below. Let's go to the daily to see if we can see any patterns. We did find some buyers here last week, at 0.12. Hopefully we find that again, and then we pop back up here. I really want us to see getting us above, if you can follow my mouse, there it is. You can see 0.14. You have a double. If you get above 0.14 now, you have a double bottom, and you clear a lot of previous support and resistance. So, but for now, it's still, we don't know if the bottom is in here, but yeah, let's see. What I see very often is that false breakdown, higher high, higher low. Hopefully, and typically you want to have it at the 30 weekly and the golden trend line, but we're right below now. But still, I think we will find a bottom right here in this vicinity at some point in time. And when we get above this pivot low again, that's, in my view, the confirmation of that bottom. And we should take out that high up here. This is the textbook false breakdown, big spike, then the pullback, as I have been showing many times before on the channel here. What are we looking at here? Oh, Paladin. Good old Paladin PDN, long-term golden trend line. Look at it here. You can see it. It's clear as day going back to 2007. We blasted through that like a few months ago, came all the way up to the first bigger resistance, which is always, well, often the high of the triangle here or the bull flag, which we had right there. You can see we tagged it coming down again. Very stretched here. I do expect a longer pullback, well, not a longer, but I don't think we are over here. The correction is not over here. I think we will go deeper in, maybe all the way down, actually, and then we pop here again. So we will be looking for a higher low, this region right here. And yeah, long term looks fantastic. Again, would you be a buyer here? No. If I didn't have a position in Paladin Energy, I would be, if it's for some reason snaps here and I'm wrong, that we don't pull anyway deeper, I will be a buyer on the break. Again, you need to know that if you get you need to have your stop losses in place still. However, I would much rather prefer a move like this down and then get a deeper, getting a better entry close to that long-term golden trend line here. That would also be more healthy for the stock, just to rest a bit and then go higher. So Paladin Energy long term, I want to show you on the log scale. We just broke out. We just broke out, guys. So it's all fine. You can also see here, actually, I just noted it. We have a pivot low here at roughly 1. So we are just fighting that $1 level here. So going from cents into a $1 kind of a territory is kind of big. So I guess when we clear that 1 to 1.1 in this chart here, then we are good to go. But it could take longer than you might expect. I don't think it happens tomorrow, or maybe even for a few weeks. I do think that we are in for some sort of a bigger correction right here. That's my take on Paladin. Again, long term, you shouldn't do anything if you have a position. It's all fine. You can add on the pullback if needed. Pen and Energy, again, bit of a false breakdown here, and we are getting some sort of snapback here. So again, if we get that up here, and you will buy the first pullback into it. Nothing more to say really. Until that's confirmed for me, that's when I know that we are have broken that flag to the upside after a false breakdown. Just as we looked at on one of the other charts. Again here, SLX broken, wedge to the upside in a blue bull flag here again. When we resolve to the upside, that's a buy. Hopefully, if we get down here, that should be some double support at the lows here at 2.6 and close to the bottom of that bull flag. That should be the last go. Again, if we lose that 2.6 or the bull flag, then you have some support, quite a few percentage down here, at this one here at 1.55, give or take. But again, this is a bullish one. Remember, SLX was very, very strong when all the other miners were very weak, for the past year or two. So that's strength, And if you have one that is overperforming when all the others is going down, so when the others start to turn around, this one should be even stronger. Our equal weighted ETF, again, it has pros and cons, but we did break out of it, and now we again higher high, and we will find a higher low here at some point in time. Could we go all the way down here? Sure. That's a 6. That's a big move actually. If you go all the way down here, hopefully we don't do that. I would much likely have a pull back down to here, so we don't go much too deep into all this stuff here. I want to see it actually close right around 80, 0.80. That would be a great way to do that pullback. Again, our equal weighted ETF divided by the spot price, and we haven't even broken out yet. Again, remember the equal weighted ETF that we have made have pros and it has cons as well. So you have to look at both sides of it. But I guess when and if this results to the upside, that's when the big gains comes in to the miners against the uranium spot price. That's all I had for today. Remember, I would really like your comment on, am I doing it too fast, too slow? Is it okay? Let me know, please. Please spend half a minute to write a nice little comment. And yeah, let's see what happens. I know the overall uranium market is down this start of the week. Actually, it's coming back quite nicely. But anyways, I will make the midweek update for uranium Wednesday, obviously. Hopefully you join in. Have a great day, guys. We will see you in the next one. Cheers.